Hello fellow YouTubers, welcome to part 3 of the Ocarina of Time 3-Heart Run with your host, Mudblup. I'm just gonna go through, so you can see everything I got, and I figured I'd change the plan up a little bit. The original plan was that we were gonna start the well in this episode, but I figured it would probably be more worthwhile for me to go and get the bottle. We got the red rupee. That gives us, 2-3 tries the, pick up the correct Cuckoo's game. So, with 2 or 3 tries, we should be able to beat it. In theory, at least. The game's very luck-based, I think. I've never found any way to cheat it. I've seen people cheat it, but I've never been able to do it. So, we might as well get Epona song while we're here. That way it's one less thing we have to get later. Even if, as I mentioned last part, Epona isn't in our immediate future or really in any of our goals up until probably the end of the game. But we should still get the song. That way it's done. And if you've noticed our number of hearts, they're doing a 3-heart run, which means we're only getting 3 hearts. We'll be using a lot of fairies, and we'll probably be dying a little bit. Just a wee bit, but that's okay, because, that'll probably be more fun. I was originally only going to do a normal playthrough, but I figured the 3-heart run would be more interesting. So, that's why we're doing it that way. And, okay, we can finally learn Epona song. And then we'll be done this part. And they'll be able to get the bottle from her dad. And then hopefully the bottle from whatever her name is in this game. And that should clear us out for this part. Which means we'll have 2 bottles, 2 songs. That's pretty good. While the game does its animation for us learning Epona song, which none of us really care about, let's review what we did in the last part. We beat Goma, the boss, inside the Deku tree, which freed him. Yay. We did a lot of talking about the legends of Hyrule. Not that any of us really particularly care about that. We also learned Zelda's Lullaby. Yeah, we did quite a bit last episode. And for 2 parts, I'm very pleased with how far we've gotten. Figure we're only at about 15 minutes of gameplay. We've gotten done a lot of the annoying parts of this game. So hopefully we can keep that up, knock this out in a lot of parts, but not as many as it should take. Moving on, let's play this awful chicken game. Now I want to say there's a way you can beat it to where you throw the chickens off to the side, and then you'll only see the super chickens. Like, they'll be the only ones you can actually see, and if that worked, that'd be super, but I've never been able to actually get it to work. So, anyway, our goal is to get Malon to marry us. Yes, we do got time on our hands. I want to win her hand in marriage. That's what I want. Super cuckoos. And that's all we care about. Link just wants to get some. He's 10, but he still wants some. Because that's what Link do. He wants as many girls in love with him as possible. Okay, took 10 rupees, started looking. Okay, we can see this Cuckoo. Okay, and then here comes the part where we're just picking them up at random, hoping that one of them is a Cuckoo we need. This is why I don't really like this minigame. There really isn't any skill involved. It's pick up Cuckoos like wild, and hope one of them is the correct one. And then sometimes you get those moments where you just can't pick them up. And you're just flailing around like an idiot. Oh, sweet, we found them all. That was literally a photo finish, wasn't it? Because, I mean, I think that was the last second we had, too. Very impressive. That'll save us like a minute of doing it over again, which is nice. And we got a bottle and Lon milk. That's what I like to see. So that knocks out one of the 3 bottles we'll probably only be getting. until we get to the point where we're trying to 100% everything. If I decide I do want to 100% everything, I might be like, screw that, because that last bottle is a pain in the butt. Now, I want to say that we can go and get Saria's song now, and that would be an interesting choice, because it would save us time later, but there is a really quick way to get there, and I would rather just go to Kakariko right now, because we're not really going to Goron City yet anyway. That'll be a part or two down the road. We really want to get the bottle and go through the well. And as I mentioned in, I think it was the first video, I'm going to be doing things a little out of order. I mean, it's a 3-heart run, so it's not like it's really going to make much difference. It's all going to look the same. I could just upload it in whatever order I want. But there are certain things in this game that I like doing in certain spots. Like, I'd rather get the Lens of Truth now, especially during a 3-heart run, because it's like, well, we're still going to have 3 hearts when we go back. It's basically the same thing. So that's why I do it this way. And probably the only other thing that anybody will even care about me doing out of order will be the fact that I'll be doing the Fire Temple before the Forest Temple. And that's just because you can, and I think that's pretty neat. I also think the Fire Temple's difficulty curve matches more than the Forest Temple does. The Forest Temple is a harder dungeon, and because of that, I think it would make more sense to do the Fire Temple 4th, and then the Forest Temple 5th. But that's just me. So we saw the Stell Children, I don't remember what they're called. We saw them go into the ground, which means it's not morning time, which means we can come here and start gathering up these awful chickens. Cuckoos, my bad. So let's do that, because that's really the only thing that matters in this town at this point. That, and the fact that it's a path to Death Mountain. But then we can go to the graveyard if there's still time on this part, and get the Helium Shield. So, I'm assuming most of you who are watching this right now know about the tricks to get the Cuckoos, so I'm not really going to go over it. It's just kind of get the Cuckoos. So, I'm pretty sure most of us know about this stuff. And if not, wow, that really sucks. I mean, how old are you? Like 3? This is a classic game. For you to have not played it by now, very odd, especially with all the re-releases. I mean, you got one on the N64, there was a remake on the GameCube, there's one on the Virtual Console store on the Wii, there was the 3DS remake, and then the 3DS remake was available for purchase on the 3DS store. So you're looking at like 5, 6, 7 ways you could have played this, not to mention ROM or something. Granted, I wouldn't really advise it, because that becomes a pain in the butt when you're in the Water Temple. In general, though, this is the greatest game of all time. And I know I keep saying that, but I think that gets a little understated at points. Like, you could say, you can make arguments for, like, I don't know, like Grand Theft Auto 3 being up there, or, I don't know, like the original Super Mario Brothers. And you could make fair arguments for a lot of games, really. But I don't think it's even close. I think it's gotta be Ocarina of Time. It's a very well-rounded game, even though it has quite a few annoying moments. They're only really annoying because I'm very impatient. That's why they're annoying. But aside from that, like, there are glitches, but there aren't glitches in the sense that they ruin the game. They're glitches that you can exploit to make the game better. For instance, getting into the well sooner. That's a good glitch. I'm sure many people don't like it, but I think it's a great glitch, personally. But I hate gathering up these Cuckoos. I mean, I guess it's neat, like, the first few times you do it, but as a lot of things in this game get, it kind of, like, loses that, like, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but lust, Lust isn't the right word. It loses the appeal pretty quickly, I think. But, what can you do? I've played this game far too many times. But I guess that's where this games of all time kind of is its downfall. I mean, you figure I can do this without really even thinking about it anymore. I mean, hopefully we aren't missing any, but even if we are, I have a really good idea of where they all are, where all the cuckoos are. But for doing this, we get another bottle, which puts our bottle count at 2. Really early in the game. Yep, we found our cuckoos. She's happy. She has allergies. Blah 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 blah. Won't shut up. Won't shut up. And now we got our bottle. So at this point, we have a few choices. We can that idea scares me. I'm thinking about if we want to get the Sun Song now. But I think we will. No, the little kid's here, so we can't. I think that means we also can't get the Helion shield, can we? Let's destroy some of this grass first. We're stocking up on supplies. We needed this. We needed it so bad. And I want to say he stops you from moving everything. Yeah, don't cause trouble, I'll tell Dampy. And we don't really care about that. Because, I mean, I believe we can get the Sun Song now. Yeah. Whoops. And then we're going to watch a really long cutscene of the grave being destroyed. And sorry about the moments where I get really quiet. Most of them are me getting a drink of soda. Because if not, my voice will get pretty bleh. And my interest level will probably wane a little bit, but yeah. I guess we're gonna go get the Sun Song. And then that way we're done this, and we don't have to get the Sun Song later. Which a lot of the mindset has been so far. A lot of the beginning of the game is basically, yeah, well, if we do it now, we don't have to do it later. Let's destroy these stupid bats. Bats. Let's pick up some rupees. Still destroying bats. And now we're gonna go down this path. Now, if you're doing a 3-heart run, I would advise not doing it in this order. Because the re-dead can kill you pretty darn fast. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of cheat the system a little bit, and I'm just gonna run straight through the green stuff. Don't know what the green stuff's supposed to be, but by doing that, we don't get stuck by the re-dead. Because if the re-dead grab us on a 3-heart run, I'm pretty sure we're dead. Pretty sure, but I could be wrong. And anyway, we're gonna get the Sun Song here. Secret melody, da 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 da. Right down up, right down up. We already know the song. Right down up, right down up. So let's play it real fast. And now we've mastered the Sun Song by playing it one time. Because that's how it works in real life, right, musicians? All you gotta do is play it one time, and then you have it mastered. Another cool glitch, I mean, I can't do it. I can't do the bomb hover glitch very often. But you can skip around, so that way you can enter the Shadow Temple as a kid, I believe. I don't know if you can enter it. I think you can. So what you do is you do a bomb hover glitch over to that platform in the corner. And then because you do that, there's a way you can land on the wall. And then the gate for the Shadow Temple won't open. It'll still be closed. And that really helps you out because then you don't have to get dense fire at all, I believe. Which when you're doing like any percent run, knocks out dense fire. which in itself knocks out a really awkward chunk of the game where you have to go out of your way to get Din's fire. So, I mean, it makes sense. And now I want to say, because we used the sun song, it's nighttime. Yep, and Dampy ain't care if we pull graves. Dampy's good at his job. 'Cause he ain't care what's going on. He ain't. And I want to say it's this treasure chest. You open it up, and you have a Helium shield. That way you don't have to spend 80 rupees on one. Quick little tricks to save you some time and money. Because normally, before I knew about that, I'd stay in a castle, near the castle, I don't know what the town's called. But I'd stay there, and you can... I'm blanking hard. You can break pots in the first room after you go through the gate. When you do that, you'll end up with enough funds. You can just keep doing it, and there's like 30 rupees in every time. You'll have enough funds to get the Helium shield within a few tries, which is super nice. Now, what I'm going to do here is I don't want to overhit the Cuckoo when it counts. So I'm just going to hit him twice over here by the door. That way, if he went berserk and started attacking me, I could just run indoors and be safe. Now, this glitch, it's a little complicated. Like, in theory, it's simple, but there's a lot of, like, little moving parts. So, I guess I'll walk you through it. What you're wanting to do is you're going to want to jump over and do the hit to where it'll send the Cuckoo into berserk mode, or whatever you want to call it, crazy Cuckoos. And if you do it correctly, the game changes to the cutscene of the Cuckoo going crazy. And if it does, you'll end up in the bottom, which lets you enter the well now instead of waiting until you're Adult Link. Well, until you're Adult Link, you get the Song of Storms, and you come back as Kid Link, and that way you don't have to do any of that crap. Again, really neat glitch. Probably one of my favorites, which is why I never do the well after anymore, just in general. I always do it here, because it's a lot simpler to do it this way. And again, I like doing it in this order. Where did the Cuckoo go? Or did he touch the water and fly off? I keep saying, oh, this glitch is great, this glitch is great. And now I'm screwing it up. Because I'm an idiot. It's a little complicated, but in general, the theory behind it is super easy, makes a lot of sense. And it's one of those things where it's like, why doesn't anybody else do this? Everybody should always be doing it. Let's hit him a third time. Come on. There we go. And hopefully we can do it right this time. And we'll get into the well. And I guess that'll be where this video ends. Seems like as good a spot as any. Oh, missed it again. I find it funny the first time I hit him perfectly. And every time after that I've had all this trouble hitting him. But keep in mind your jump slash does 2 damage versus your regular attack. So, so it makes a lot more sense to count out your hits. I don't know how many hits it takes before they go berserk, though. I have to do it earlier, maybe. I'm failing epically. Sorry about that, guys. And ladies. Are there any ladies watching? I doubt there are. I mean, typically my demographic on my channel. There we go. Because he also touched the water, so he flies up higher. And And we're now at the bottom of the well as he flies into the sky. And once you're at this point, the game puts water there. There's no water. We better get inside before it kills us, though. And with that, this video is coming to a close. So if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. But more importantly, check out some of my other videos. This series will be going on for a while, so watch all the videos. Take notes on how a real Ocarina of Time master plays this game.